Greetings, my dear Taurus. This is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. I'll just go ahead and jump straight into your reading for the month of May 2020. This is a love reading. I'm opening 3 portals, each portal being indicative of some sort of narrative that you may be dealing with in terms of situations of love. So, that being said, take what you will. Only what resonates shall you take. I'll be working from the Lisbon deck, the Jogo de Cartas Cigana de Sorte deck. It's a strong deck mixed with the Casa Nilo Mar, the Legitimate Tarot from Spain. Please clear your mind and we'll go ahead, and the portal is already open. Thank you. Clear your mind. Relax. Okay. Okay, there's a lover here that you're dealing with from the past, and you have hidden motivations with this lover. You're not. It's as if you are perhaps juggling between 2 commitments. One is of passion, the other is of glory, and you see this person as being one or the other, either passion or of glory. There's a difference between passion and glory. Passion usually has to do with some form of sacrifice, as well as the energy of fire is around this pentacle, this hidden pentacle. But the energy of enlightenment and purity is in the other, the energy of the sun that is not eclipsed by Mars. Okay, so I see one of them having the energy of Mars. So there's a lot of passion with a hidden commitment that you can't show this person. The other, you are unable to give to this person because you feel it's not healthy for you, it's not good for you. But this is a lover of yours, and they have a hidden truth. The hidden truth has to do with some sort of angst that they have processed. You probably have cut this person out at one point, or they you. And out of this comes the energy of the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak, and the 2 of Swords, which is detachment. There's a feeling or a sense of balance that they want to make with you, but you fear that they will be manipulative, but there still is a great deal of love, and they're trying to make a choice to finding peace with you somehow, but there is still some sort of blockage in terms of the pain that has been a part of this. So this King of Cups has a bit of a revenge story for you. Haha, funny. At least it is for me, because there is the element of justice here. You know that you have to balance out between 2 commitments, one of passion and the other of glory, leaving you in a state of stagnation. You're not able to make a choice, but you have another truth, a truth that is opposite to theirs, one of purity and one of grace. The person with the Mars aspect, the one you're dealing with, is very angry with you for holding a secret, one that you are becoming impatient with trying to balance out some sort of alchemy, either with one situation or the other. The truth is that you are being very crafty, and you are using both the energies of love from the different commitments, one of fire and one of the sun, without the energy of Mars eclipsing it. So there is something where you are using the energy of temperance to heal one connection and preserve the other. Very crafty. I don't see why that's a bad thing, but perhaps you should really look into the power of alchemy to really justify what you are doing. Um, I think that when it comes to this situation, the one of enlightenment, the one of the sun, there is something that is nourishing here, but it's blocked. It's blocked because there's not enough knowledge, or there's not enough practicality in the situation. So there are emotions here that are essentially dormant. And there's a feeling of a cycle that was a bit chaotic. It lacked an order. So there's also a great stagnation with this King of Cups. It could be vice versa. It works both ways, I think. It could be that you also have a great deal of emotion for this person, but because of a lack of knowledge of some sort of primary foundation, there is a flip or a reversal or too much chaos here to be it dependable, for it to be dependable. Therefore, balance is sought in some sort of new truth. Once this truth comes, there will be a reckoning of the past that you almost had with this person. And from this, some form of structure will emerge, one of conservation. So there's a hoarding aspect to you, and you have to either, you're trying to maintain it and control the situation with delicacy as well as with balance. Wow. Beautiful reading. I'm going to stick with these decks because I like it. But I need to shuffle. That portal is closed, by the way. Oh, please clear your mind, relax, and I shall open the second portal for you, my dear Taurus. Remember to take what you will. That means do not force any search when it comes to what I provide for you freely. I am open for consultations if you would like, and those go very deep, very, very deep. Right, this deck is ready. Okay. There is a sense of clarity of mind. Your philosophy is being awoken. And in this awakening, there is the support of an outside energy, and they are showing you a bit of the light. The energy of Virgo is here with the Hermit, and it is perhaps that you are perhaps split when it comes to some form of anxiety. You have clearly found a way out. Okay. Your future concern, what you're looking towards, is grounding. Grounding as well as being supportive of your community. From this, there is something you feel like you owe to your community, whether that is an artistic community, whether it's one of your neighborhood, or anything that has to do with other relationships, new relationships, friends especially. There's something that you are gifting in terms of sensuality and philosophy. Your idea of pleasure is being illuminated here, and there's something very sensual about you. But at the same time, you seem to be torn with a situation, with something from the past that has to do with a survivability complex. Something here. This is very, very strange reading for the second portal. Okay. All right, it doesn't want to talk. Okay. Okay. 22, 9, 11, 10, 3, 5, 8. Okay. This is something very deep. Someone is too intense for you, and you've decided to not give to them your cheese, your something that you've aged, something that you have a considerable amount of sensuality towards. It's like a symbolic type of food. Um, your thoughts are not being shared with this person. You're finding peace in your external world. You're looking forward to providing for others, and you feel like you owe it to give them a sense of sustenance. Okay. In this, your thoughts are sustained, but you still look back to a situation with this person and to something they've written to you um, about some sort of deep love, deep connection, deep promise of fire. But there's a burnout this person is going through, or perhaps they still feel in the end or the ruins of what has occurred some connection, but you see them as stealing from your energy, stealing from your peace, and that's all you search for is peace and nurturing with the external world. Feels like you owe them something, you owe something to someone, and it's really important for you to find your stability with that situation. But there is a split. There's a masculine side inside of you that is very activated, and you're willing to converse with this person, but they seem to not be able to give you the proper indication of a message of love. It's not arriving, and therefore you feel like you will not give them the time of day, at least for now. That is the second portal. I'm going to switch decks. Wasn't the strongest portal, but nice little glimpse. Could go deeper, but we're not going to for that portal. I will switch decks now to the Grand Elliott deck, 78 card deck from BP Gamal, Paris, France. And I'll be doing the 77 read for you, another portal with no boundaries. This has to do with the energy of transcendence and ascension. Something where you may be sacrificing a bit of yourself for something that will lead you to elation. There are no boundaries here, so there is a sense of rebellion as well as harmony through freedom, the freedom of mind, the freedom of thought. Anything ninth house is here. Please clear your mind. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So, my dear Taurus, there is the energy of the ecclesiastique, which is French for essentially the ecclesiastical. Some form of fanaticism or perhaps some form of conversion is occurring inside of you, and your thoughts are being shifted to what? They are being shifted to Dupri, which is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Your North Node is being activated here, and there is a feeling that you are being called or being shifted towards something that has to do with a conjunction with Mercury and the Moon. The moon cycle is really important for you right now. In about 4 or 5 days, there will be a full moon in Scorpio in your seventh house, meaning that there will be an awakening, and you will become driven to a new form of fanaticism that has to do with the 9 and the 9 and the 55 as well as the 69. There is a move towards a higher calling, a higher purpose that has to do with the situation in which you find yourself in, a shift in which you will be able to address some very, very intense desires that have to do with the clarity of higher understanding through emotional opening, very deep understanding of your intellect as well as your emotions that are tied to fast movement as well as drive and ambition. Okay, now this has to do with temptation. We have changement here as well as les pupilles, the Hanged Man as well as the Ace of Cups, both in reverse. There's a situation of healing here that has not occurred. Temptation is very much here, and this has to do with love. The way you love and the way you love conditionally is here, and there's something that you're learning from your inner self that is a bit of awakening. As this occurs, there is a chance that you will purge out completely a situation from the past that had to do with an offering, a very strong offering that was one of commitment, but not one of love. And there's something about this love that is a bit tainted for you. You're coming to realization that you can transcend this and that your North Node is calling you towards a purpose that is higher and that is filled with the energy of day, with joie. There's a cycle here that is very much, you're trying to understand what your mother and father are interplaying here, what types of mother and father figures you invite into your life, and how there is a feeling of commitment, but there is a lack of love or grace from this. You're healing from this inner child, some form of anger that comes from the mother, as well as, yes, once again, the South Node will also show you here that there's a possibility that you are laying back on your laurels and there's a past cycle that needs to be confronted, one of pain as well as one of anger. Very soon you will understand the nature of how to truly give to yourself through the understanding of addressing your fears and standing by whatever drives you into some form of understanding why your purpose has not been giving you the proper amount of health that you have, because you have to release these desires and walk the dance between North and South Node to find why you have been a bit lazy or a bit hesitant, resistant to addressing some form of toxicity from the past, okay? One that has to do with deep lineage and father and mother figures. And there's a strong chance that the bloodline that you have that comes from the ancestry of man will give you a sense of drive and purpose with addressing this issue, okay? Very deep. I told you it was going to be very deep, but it has to do with a shift in your philosophy, right? My dear Taurus, this is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that, or at least found some sort of credibility. If you did, I am open for more. If you would like a private reading, I am available, so just find me in my About section. Otherwise, I wish you the very best on your journey work and your path, and I will see you mid-month of May for the Great Mirror, the energy of you and the object of your affection. Ciao.